Hello, people. I'm the Comic Book Gamer, and a new Deathstroke comic book series was just announced. Well, it was announced like 3 hours ago, but I just got off work and I checked my Twitter feed and I saw DC announce it. Like, yes, Deathstroke got his new series again. It was thank God it's back, because with them like saving what was it, Teen Titans and Suicide Squad, they had to do it for Deathstroke. I'm so happy. It's coming in October. MTV got an interview with Tony S. Daniel, who's going to be writing and the artist for the book, which I'm really excited about. He's done some great stuff. He did Batman Battle for the Cowl. He did some good Dick Grayson as Batman story arcs. That's like all that I've read by him, and he did the art for Superman Wonder Woman, the new 52. The Superman Wonder Woman book, not both their books, the combined book. And yeah, he's a great artist. He's done some really good writing also, and I can't wait. He seems really excited about it. It seems like he's had this all planned out in his head from the interview that MTV had with him. I'll put a link in the description to the interview so you can read it for yourself. But yeah, it sounds so awesome. The main thing is he's actually giving him a good story this time, and he says it's going to be action-packed also. I really hope it works out, because New 52, it seemed like Kyle Higgins at first was really intent on like making him so badass that the story didn't really make sense. And it was just like, the volume 1 of Deathstroke and New 52 was okay. It wasn't terrible. Then when Rob Liefeld took over, everything went crappy. And of course the art wasn't very good, because they gave Deathstroke like a ginormous sword, which I hated. I hated that. Like, they gave him one of those ginormous like anime swords, and I just really, really hated it. Well, Final Fantasy swords. But yeah, now he's taking over. At least we know the art will be pretty, and I'm assuming the writing will be good too, because he's really good at writing, and his art is always amazing. I love Tony Daniel's art. But yeah, he said he said giving readers a reason to invest emotionally in this guy's mission to the stories is what I think will make a difference for this new title, and is key for me and one of my main goals. Which sounds awesome. He's going to try to get people to invest in it and see things from his point of view. Another thing that I'm fine with, but I'm not too happy about, they're making him a villain, which is fine. I prefer the anti-hero Deathstroke. That's what Marv Wolfman, who created him, originally wrote him as, was an anti-hero, but from the hero's perspective, some of the things he did look iffy, and it made him more of a villain. But if you read Deathstroke's book, you saw he was an anti-hero. He was not a villain at all. He was not an evil guy. And this, they're like, they're saying clearly he's a bad guy. But what he said is, he said the people he's going up against here are clearly evil bastards. If anyone deserves to be disemboweled, it's this group. Which sounds awesome. At least they're not having Deathstroke go around and just murder innocent people. This sounds so cool. I know I'm talking really fast, but that's because I'm so excited. As far as Deathstroke being a villain, he's an amazing villain. I love him as a villain. If you're going to write him a villain, go back and read Judd Winnick's Green Arrow run. When he put Deathstroke in it, he did the best to me for Deathstroke as a villain. He made Deathstroke amazing as a villain. Like, great writing, did amazing. I would love for Tony S. Daniel to look at it and be like, hey, I want to do something like that, because he did amazing. They also asked him, they asked him how's it like to write someone who's like 40 moves ahead of someone, who's 40 moves ahead of everyone, because he can use 90% of the brain. He said well, I get to deconstruct Deathstroke a bit before I build him back up, and there will be a learning curve he didn't have before. It will take him a bit before he's 40 moves ahead again, which sounds interesting, because if you read Forever Evil, spoilers I guess if you didn't read them, if you didn't read Forever Evil, but yeah, in Forever Evil, Deathstroke in the final issue just got punched once and was out, and it was so lame and stupid. I was like, what the heck? And that was kind of disappointing. So I guess that means ever since then Deathstroke's kind of been taken down a peg, since he did like nothing, so he's got to build back up. But yeah, because Tony Daniel said, but that's the fun of the challenge of the book for me. He knows what he's capable of and is climbing a mountain to get back there. With so many people trying to kill him, it makes him all the more cooler and all the more badass. Yes. The thing is, I don't know how this is going to tie in with Suicide Squad. This book launches in October. I don't know if by October he's going to be out of Suicide Squad or what, because it's going to be interesting. We'll see. Or if he's like a freelancer for the Suicide Squad. Who knows? We'll see. I just can't wait. This book sounds so awesome. They asked him if Manu Bennett's Deathstroke on Arrow influence them all at all. And he said, no, this is a completely new Deathstroke. This is not, anything like connected to Arrow. And so he said, but what Arrow did is want to make him put Green Arrow and Deathstroke together at some point. He said, he said whether they'll be fighting against each other or with each other, we'll see, which sounds so awesome, because if you've read Green Arrow in the New 52 since Jeff Lemire took over, it's the best book in the New 52. Green Arrow is amazing. And putting them together is going to be so cool. I can't wait. Yeah, so the thing that also seems cool to me is he's doing what the New 52 was made for, besides to make money. It was to relearn these characters and then add some new twists and turns here and there. Good twists and turns, though, like to turn the characters on their head a little bit. And it seems like that's what Tony Daniel's going to do. He said he's going to bring his family back into it, which sounds really cool. And towards the end of the interview, he says, I really think this is my best work to date, which really excites me, because he's done some really good stuff. And I just can't wait. Also, since he's writing and drawing, if you like people that are good at doing both, and when they're on their own book and they do both, it's amazing when they get it right, because since it's the same brain and everything. It's not like a writer's trying to communicate with an artist, do this, and this. They can do it really good, and I really hope that Tony S. Daniel can do this amazing. I just can't wait. I'm talking really fast, and we're super excited. I'm like out of breath now. But yeah, also we got one image. It's Deathstroke kind of like, well, he said in the interview he's going to be hunted. And so yeah, that's why we got that picture of Deathstroke like that. And it looks really cool. It looks like they're trying to go a little bit pre-New 52-ish. The bust, though, they announced a new bust for Deathstroke, which looks just like his old New 52 suit. But this New 52 suit, even though it's like sort of silhouette-y, we'll see how it looks. It looks pretty cool. I love the fact that he doesn't have the gigantic Final Fantasy sword, though, so I'm really happy about. And it sounds like he's trying to bring him more into the mainstream a little bit instead of having him fight stupid side characters that no one cares about, which sounds awesome, because Rob Liefeld had him fight with these stupid people that no one cared about. Well, he fought Lobo, but it was a stupid New 52 Lobo that was so stupid, because they could have done that good, Deathstroke versus Lobo, but it was terrible. So yeah, I'm gonna make a full thoughts video probably later. These are just my first impressions, and this is like 8 minutes long. So yeah, I'm gonna make a full impressions video later on this, and I can't wait. Can't wait for Deathstroke in the New 52. Again, it launches in October. Also, link in the description to the interview. So yeah, what are your thoughts on this? Please put them in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like.